What in the World East Edition is back for the 2025 season. Nationals is upon us. We're going to discuss everything from our predictions for the national tournament, team rosters, news, notes, and every happenings in the Whirly Ball world, including could 100 Whirly Ballers beat a gorilla? Stay tuned for this edition of What in the World East Edition. Bring it in, baby. Welcome into What in the World East Edition. I am your host, the ninth best goalie in Whirly Ball, Sully Ali Shaheed. I am joined tonight by my main man, Chill, who's also a co-host with me on another podcast, 3-1. But we got to get back in these streets tonight because the Chicago boys are doing their thing, the Seattle boys are doing their thing, and it's about time that us on the Whirly Ball Mean Edition, as you deemed it, get back in these podcasts and streets. So, Chili, welcome back. What's going on? How you feeling? This second round, trying to record this damn thing. Guess what? We're gonna power through just like we always do. How you doing, man?
Now I'm doing great. Obviously, like you mentioned, the other two podcasts are doing their thing. Check them out. Give them a like. Give them a listen. Give them a view. Both the Seattle guys and Chicago guys. Again, they do great. That'll be the last nice thing I say about them. Maybe. But no, man, it's been great. It's cool to be back here. Recording, shooting the shit. We'll get into wide variety of topics here on the Mean Edition. Again, if you want, everybody, all the other podcasts a little bit nicer. The Seattle guys are by far the nicest. The Chicago guys, they do a pretty good job. They have some nice ribs in there,
Oh, yeah.
And then we're down here, we're slumming it, we do
Hey,
what we
listen,
can here,
man.
man.
Listen, I don't have the editing skills, no fancy overlays, no Twitch streams, no nothing. I can barely get my own damn internet to work. So you can forget all that. It's just gonna be me and you shooting the shit about Warley Ball and grown men and women playing in bumper cars, shooting a freaking wiffle ball at a backboard for a few days.
And stay tuned for the end. Could 100 Warley Ballers beat a gorilla?
That was a fun conversation. I'm glad we get to revisit that because you thought of a couple key names that we might have to throw in that debate. So,
hey man, if we go center by, if we were to legit go center by center, our center ain't so bad. I think we gotta we give a lot of good fighters to the fight.
Yeah, I think we bring more quality, obviously, than quantity. But I think the quality of our squad could.
Yeah, we're not bad.
Yeah, I don't think that we'll get there. We'll get there. For sure. So, Chile, couple weeks out, Nationals. It's about that time to fly out to Seattle. I got to get your opinion, man. What are you looking forward to the most about this Seattle trip?
Seattle is one of my favorite places to go, although it did have one of my, worst volleyball experiences there. Willing to put that in the past. We'll kind of get into that actually a little bit later when we talk about the controversial Chicago D team, which isn't really controversial, but we'll get there. But again, man, I love the city. The center, again, obviously it's a little, tight. But again, I like their cars and courts, so playing there isn't, it's no big deal to me. Cars are pretty similar to ours, a little bit different, but nothing crazy. So it's actually probably my favorite center to play at, minus our own. So I'm excited. Plus, I do enjoy the actual city itself.
Yeah, the city is beautiful. There's lots of stuff to do. My only gripe with the city is there's one main highway. There's one way in, one way out. You know what I'm saying? So like, other than the traffic, but like, Chicago has horrible fucking traffic. Michigan traffic's not so bad. Cleveland, there's so many like different highways and you can take to get around. Like ours isn't bad either, but like I don't know, man. That one way in and one way out with Seattle is kind of disturbing to me. But other than that, a fantastic effing city.
It's a little rough, but yeah, we'll make do.
Yeah, first time I was there, I did the float. The float was fun. The Whirly Ball itself sucked ass because that tournament, again, we'll get there when we talk about a controversial D team. That kind of sucked ass. And then the second time I went, almost passed away. So that was not fun either. So I'm trying to remain positive about this trip to Seattle. I would
So,
like to stay healthy. I would like to stay happy, and I would like to play some good whirly ball. So those are the goals
yeah,
coming up here in a few weeks.
I would really prefer not to be running for my life in downtown Seattle, up and down them hills, to find you something at a pharmacy, arguing with the lady like, "Hey, man, this dude's about to die. I need it now."
I don't think a lot of people know that story. I think
I
us
don't think
Cleveland
so
people
either.
know it because you guys had to go through it, but I don't think a lot of people outside the center know that I almost literally passed away in Seattle by eating the wrong food. So
Oh,
that was
dude,
an experience. The whole
dude, what
asthma attack, the throat swelling, the face swelling, the I mean, I was near
and like,
death if you guys didn't get that medicine for me.
yeah, dude, I just running up and down them hills, running through the city, trying to find like a CVS. Oh my
We're just trying
goodness.
to have some fun at an arcade, and nope, sorry, Sully's about to die. No big deal.
Dude,
But
you're like
other
your
than
face
that,
was it was out to here. Your cheek was literally out to here. It's
yeah,
like
my
holy
biggest
shit.
fear after that was were they going to let me on the plane? Like
Oh
I
no,
literally
right.
thought they were not going to let me fly, and I
I
know
didn't
I was
think
going to
so
be able to come
either.
home.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I probably would have stayed. I probably would have stayed
Yeah,
with you,
but
but
luckily
they
they
took
let me fly. I got home. I rested for like 3 straight days, and here we are, back and better than ever. Crawling my way up in the ranks of defenders in Whirly Ball. Don't at me.
ninth, ninth best. Everybody mentions it.
I like how some of my words are taken to heart, by a select group of people. I remember last year when we went to Chicago, and the first man I was confronted by was you know who. Joe Tiffany was not
Dude,
happy that
oh
I
man.
picked freaking Flores as my favorite volleyball player, and this mother ain't won nothing. You gonna take Chris Flores? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, listen, drunk Tiffany, okay? Don't be coming at me like that. You are America's favorite player, okay? I have the right to be contrarian and select someone else that I enjoy watching play the game of volleyball. I have the right.
He
And
was
obviously, go ahead.
he was pretty upset.
I mean, Joe Tiffany is my man's. You know what I'm saying? He's a good dude, great volleyball player. But man, somebody know he's in my top five favorite players. If I had a top five, he'd be like five. But
Yeah.
I still my man's.
I still get yelled at by Kyle that I ranked him too low on the goalie list. So if we do the list, I'll bump Kyle up. He's made a hell of a sales pitch over the last year to move
Okay,
up.
okay, all right. Well, we
We'll see,
we
and
can revisit.
we'll see how he plays. You know.
I was gonna say this is a post nationals type of ranking, okay? Because things can be adjusted on the fly. So after this set of nationals, there might be some new contenders. You know what I'm saying? In the top 10, there might be some shuffling going around. But yeah, I think post nationals after we do the review, I think that would be an appropriate time to consider some ranking changes. How about that?
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. You know, we'll have to bust out the list again. You know, you have some people not playing, so obviously they get booted off the list because we only do
Right?
current.
Yeah. Right.
So, you know, some spots open up. You know, we got fresh blood in there. So, you know,
Oh yeah.
we'll see what happens, you know, see who can make the list.
Yeah, I'm content on defending my title as number 9. All right.
Dude, just
I'm,
ask
I'm,
everybody. Everybody knows you are number 9.
hey, listen, I might move my damn self up, okay? Because I already know there's gonna be some fucking backlash. He's only playing C. Man, I can block that ass in A2, okay? Okay. Anyway, let's move on. Cleveland How you feeling about our teams? How you feeling about your team in particular? And are we going to make some noise coming out to Seattle this year?
I mean, I think so. I mean, I'll start with Sean and Ty. Obviously playing with some of the Seattle guys and Gary Lung. I'm very excited to watch the the kind of the misfit team there, see how they're going to pull it together. I mean, they do have a Gill on their team, so I'm expecting him to carry them to a title. Your last name is Gill.
It's the
All
dynasty. It's the Rock. It's the
the all
dynasty.
dude, the Samoan dynasty, the Gill dynasty.
The Gill dynasty. It grows. It grows infinitely.
So I'm excited to watch them. I think our C teams are going to make some noise, man. All of you guys have been playing really good. A lot of growth out of our C players, not only from your team but from the other team as well, with Maiko, Josh, Ryan, Craig, and Jim. So again, I think our C teams are going to be improved from last year. And then for us A guys, it's just kind of this business as usual. Obviously, we got the addition of Patrick from Seattle, so a lot of experience that he brings driving the cars. He makes us taller. He's that's a big boy back there with Jarrett, man. It's a lot of height back there, minus Brad and then my extended ass. So again, there's a there's a lot of height back there. So it'll be fun to play with Patrick, kind of work out that dynamic, and I think he's going to open up a lot of stuff for us. So I'm excited, especially with it being in Seattle. Having that experience and that driver on our team is going to help for sure.
The damn sure ain't gonna hurt. That's for freaking sure. So I'm
No.
very excited to watch you guys play. I'm excited to see a lot of the teams play. To be honest, that the Misfit D team, like you mentioned. I mean, I've lobbied hard for Ty to play C, and I know he gets to experience D. He should experience D, but
Right.
his growth and his acumen for the game has grown exponentially. Because he got that fever basically last year when he came to watch us play, and
Dude,
he's been
that man got hooked.
He's been hooked ever since, baby.
Dude,
A nice father-son dichotomy with him and Eric, man. I think that's going to be cool to see in the future, when they do get to play on the same team together. But like I said, I lobbied to play with him this year. I would not have been opposed to Ty playing C at all. I mean, and even little Sean. Little Sean's the same way. Like he's grown exponentially. He does get pouty. He's a bit pouty.
damn
You
it!
know, damn it. But minus that, he's been playing well, and I was very proud of him, especially that last game that we played at our last practice when he was on my team, and he was
Yeah,
picking, and he did everything a picker should do, and I was very, very proud of him. Gave him props, and
and
I
and
saw
Billy
I saw a little smirk.
and Billy
Saw a little
still
smirk
yelled
on his
at him.
face. And Billy will still. Well, Billy yelled at Ricky. He yells at me. It don't matter. It don't matter. Billy's gonna yell at you. Okay, he's gonna yell at you.
He doesn't yell at
But
you.
he gently talks to me, saying, "Stop shooting that fag shot," which he likes to call it. And every time I drain it over fucking Jarrett, he don't say shit. You think I'm shooting through Jarrett? No, I'm lofting it over his ass. I learned that shit from you. So please let me shoot my shot. All right.
Yeah, I tend to not fall victim to the Slim Reaper.
Yeah, man. Slim Reaper. Definitely. Definitely. I think what was it on the Chicago podcast, they were talking about nicknames, and Slim is a self-proclaimed nickname, correct?
uh,
Or did someone deem him that?
I don't think he gave himself that nickname. I think somebody gave it to him,
Okay. All
or
right.
he's a really big fan of Devonta Smith.
Right. Right. Which is fine as well. But he's a Broncos fan though. He don't give a damn about the Eagles.
Oh God, no, yeah, no. I don't think he dubbed him. I don't think he gave himself that nickname. I think somebody gave it to him. It wasn't me, but I think somebody gave it to him.
That's fair. I mean, it's a nice nickname. I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
It fits. It fits the bill.
Oh, without question. I mean, He doesn't just deflect your shots. That motherfucker is sending you packing. Ask his highlight reel. Look at his TikTok. It's the whole damn highlight reel. Ain't that right, Timmy? Ain't that Sorry, but he's got all
Yeah,
of us on the fucking highlight reel, so it ain't him. It's everybody. So
yeah. I mean, James is on it. Sam's on it.
yeah, yeah. You got to have some balls to, to make a whole ass highlight. Like, oh, remember this one time I blocked James Gill? Man, shit. My fondest
Uh,
memory was of James Gill is him giving me a handshake and making me a scoop, and that was the happiest moment of my Whirly Ball career. I mean, it wasn't, but those are my only interactions with Mr. Gill. So, but moving forward, so you have confidence in our teams. That's great. Confidence in yourself, of course. But as far as the actual whirly ball goes, as you mentioned, that the cars are very similar to ours. Do you think that gives us a slight advantage, or doesn't at least put the advantage that the Seattle guys would have against us or other centers? Because, like I said, our cars run virtually the same.
yeah, I mean, the Seattle cars, I think, push a lot better than ours, a lot more torquey, especially in the front. Um, where I think in our cars, if you kind of like make a tiny mistake, you can recover. Not in their cars. Your ass is
Mm-hmm.
getting pushed out of the way. Like, there's like, you're off by an inch, this much, you're done. So they'll drive a little bit different, but pretty similar. Obviously, the Seattle guys are going to have an advantage. It's their cars, their courts, backboards, all that fun shit, essentially. But I think it gives us an advantage, at least to start, over the other
Oh
centers.
yeah.
Right. Like, so it shouldn't take our guys very long to be acclimated. Um, and, obviously through our practices, us A guys have stressed that guys to you on how to position your cars and where you're going to lose at their center versus where you're not going to lose. So, I mean, I think for us, like I said, I love playing at that center. So like the cars ain't going to make no difference to me. And I think for our center, it should be pretty similar.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited. Like I said, as long as we get some quality court time, get used to the cars. Like I said, I think it's a advantage for us because it won't take as long to get used to those cars. But you're talking like the Minnesota guys, the Michigan guys who use still clutches on one of their courts. Like court one and court two in Michigan is a completely different game. It's a completely different game. Not just the cars. It's completely different. But having those guys adjust and just making sure they're competitive, which obviously they will be. And we'll talk about team structures here in a little bit, but I think they've got a fighting chance, just like every center. I think every center has a fighting chance, no matter what center you're at or what car. I mean, come tournament day, everything's out the damn window, and throw it all out and let's fight it out. So I'm pretty pumped about it. I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty pumped. So I think we can get into it, man. Let's see what we got cooking in every division. Let's make some predictions. Let's talk a little controversy and kind of go from there.
Controversy.
Controversy. So let's start from the
Controversy.
bottom. Let's start from the bottom. Now we're here. Let's talk about this D division, man. What are we looking at for D? What centers are representing in D?
Yeah, I mean, obviously in the D division, you have some Seattle teams. You have Chicago. I believe you do have a Texas team here. Um, Again, you have, yeah. So right now, in the D division, you're looking at six teams. So again, three Seattle, our misfit team, Chicago, in Texas. So again, it's kind of hard to judge the D division. I'm making picks. Obviously, we do have the controversial D team, which has four players kind of dropping back down into D. It was voted on the committee and it was approved. so they are fairly in D. So let me stress that. Now, initially, I did vote yes, and that's what my vote was for. But truthfully, had Noah kind of made his point, uh, on our committee that he kind of made on their live stream, I probably would have switched my vote. Um,
What was
obviously,
the point? What was the point?
so Noah's point is that Chicago, whatever you want to call it, stack the C team, or their better players, so to speak, are all on their C team. That these guys didn't want to play C because they couldn't win, because they couldn't beat the stack team. Again, I don't know how Chicago does their teams. They say they kind of just let their own players make their own teams. That's their choice. They don't have like a committee or whatever, making teams. I think had I really, really heard that point, I think my decision would have went the other way.
Mm-hmm.
But my other point, like for me, I've been in their shoes where you get put into a division that you don't want to play in. Ours was a little different because we had to get moved from C to B. Um, and we were legit C players versus them going down a division. So I get it. Now there are some precautions on them. If they start to do too well, they will just get moved up into the C tournament. So again, there is that dynamic. And again, there's no guarantee that they're going to come out and kill everybody. So, again, we're all just speaking on what if. Um, but I guess for me, like, I think the mentality to say that you're not going unless if you play down, I think that's a little weak at the end of the day. You should strive to want to beat these guys, beat your own center C teams. Like you should want to strive to beat that. So like I think just saying you're not going again, so I don't count that as like if we would have told you no, I wouldn't have felt bad about you not going because like
Sure.
at the end of the day, you should want to try and get better and play in a harder division. But again, there's no guarantee that these guys, win D. And again, they were voted legally, so again, no arguments there, and there's those precautions. But I think just for those guys going forward, just kind of alter your mentality a little bit. Because again, man, you should want to beat them. Again, you would only had to play C, and you would have been legal C players. It wouldn't have been like us, where we got forced to go up a division.
Right.
So, and we had the option to drop back down, and we literally told Tom, no,
No.
we'll take our ass whooping because you forced us to play here, and we'll move on our way.
And
So,
we did. I mean, we did. We
and
got
we did.
cranked, and I mean,
And
and
we
that was
got
one of the years. That was the years that like our B division was like nothing. So our seeding games were half A and then half
yeah, right.
C,
We're out
and then
there.
and then every C team we went against,
2014, we're out
we
there
beat
playing
their
Mike Will.
ass. Yeah, every C team we went
Correct.
against, we beat their ass, and every A team we went against, we got our asses kicked. So it's like, what
And
do we
B
want
teams.
to
Every
do?
B team destroyed us.
Yeah, every single one. And you know what? Like you said, it's a mentality thing. It's like, yeah, the experience kind of sucked for what it was, but at the same time, it made us better. So
It did.
I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that. So yeah, I get it. Like your mentality should be I mean, first of all, the trip is, it's about the community. You want to meet more people. You want to hang out with people. You want to explore the cities that you get to visit. It's a vacation. For most of us, it's our vacation, you know? So, minus that, like, if you're trying to get more experience in Whirly Ball, you have to play up. I mean, like, and I'm not saying that they're going to go out and kill, the D division. I'm not saying that. That's not that may or may not happen. But at the same time, yes, there is this the precaution of them saying if you are beating every D team's ass, you will get moved up. But if I heard that, I'm sandbagging. I will make every
I
game
mean,
close
I
to
mean
the
they
point where
could.
it's not noticeable. I might even
I
lose a
mean
couple
they.
games.
I mean they could. I mean I wouldn't be the person to call anybody out on that.
Right. And that's a judgment thing at that point as well. Like Are they trying? Are they trying to keep the game close? But again, it's
Um,
different division, right? So
so, but I mean, I will also state, and Noah did bring this up on their podcast as well. There is the ultimate gym defender. That's name is Tom, and
yeah,
if Tom don't like it, um, you don't have a choice. No matter what the committee says, we are in that man's house. We abide by his rules, whether you
that's
like it
the
or not.
that's the old level 51 Blissey, the gym defender.
The ultimate gym defender.
As soon as
So
you see her in there, you're like, you know what?
I
Sorry,
mean,
that's a
we've all been.
Pokemon reference for all you guys that don't know Pokemon. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Pokemon Go too. Remember, all right, if you're playing that Pokemon, we gonna be in these streets, okay?
Yeah,
Dalton, remember, we got a lucky trade to make. So
same.
be mindful that you and I have to link up. And you, Chili, right?
Yes, I'm lucky
Yeah,
friends with
see,
Dalton
me
as
and
well.
Chili are lucky friends with Dalton. We got to link up on these Pokemon Go streets. Okay? So, sidebar. Just a sidebar. Sorry.
Yeah, just a sidebar. I mean, I remember at the last Nationals, I had a 45-minute one-on-one conversation with Tom about wings playing in D.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Tom legit stopped the court during their tournament game and told Wings to get the fuck off the court. He said, "What is that C player doing on the court and everything?" Like, Tom legit came out there and said, "Stop the game." So, you know, I had to talk. Like, I talked to Tom. I'm sure a lot of other people talked to Tom, but like literally for I had just a great 45-minute conversation with them that Wings was okay, and what Michigan's situation was, and
Yeah.
because Tom didn't believe him, so again, so again, at the end of the day, no matter what the committee says, Tom has the last word, whether you like it or not. So kind of it is what it
That's
is. But again, they are for as much grief as I'm giving them, they were voted. They are a legal D team, and I wish them well.
having said that, who is winning the D division?
Man, I'll make a pick here. Let's just. I'm just taking. He's got the. I'm just taking the Gill. Taking Owen. I'm taking our misfit team.
Okay. Okay.
Let's
I like that.
take him, man.
I like
Take it.
that. You know
Let's
what?
take him.
You know what, Chill? You know what, Chill? I'm going to back you on that. I'm taking the Misfits as well. I'm taking the
Let's vote.
Misfits. Give me the
Yeah.
Misfits. Why not? If there is Gil DNA in a tournament, you never can count them out. So
Yeah. I'm just making a bold statement. I think James and I should be co-coaches on that team.
not freaking Sean's father.
No. No,
No.
God no. God no. Keep Rick far away.
Not Ty's father.
Keep Eric don't want to go out there.
You're right though. You're right. You're right. He's not ready for
Essentially,
that. He's not ready for coaching. No.
I picture James and I coaching, meaning James is going to go out there and do 99.9% of the talking. I'm going to get my 0.1% in there, which is probably like calming everybody down after James kills them and just tell them, you guys are doing great. Give them a fist pump. And
I like that. I like that coaching style.
yeah,
You'd be like,
I think,
what was Jason Garrett, right? The clap.
I mean, I think James and I can be like Belichick and McDaniels. We can go on a run.
Yeah,
We got it.
I respect that.
We got
Okay,
it.
okay, I'm with it. All right, so we're both in lockstep with the D division. Let's move on to the C division. 10 teams deep, right?
Yeah, the C division this year we are looking at. So actually, we're looking at eight.
Oh,
We are
eight. I
looking at
apologize. Eight.
actually no, nine. We are looking at nine. We're looking at two Seattle, two Chicago, one Texas, two Clevelands, Minnesota, and Michigan. So we're looking at nine.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on the division as a whole?
I think this division is the most open division. I know you may have something to say about a certain a certain thing here. I know you may be going on a rant here soon, but
Do I?
uh,
Do I have something to
I
say?
I think you do.
All
I
right.
think I mean I think this is by far the most competitive division, probably. Um, in terms of like, I literally think it doesn't matter where these teams seed. Uh, it's just going to come to, I think C literally comes down to tournament day and who's made the biggest adjustments throughout the weekend. So I'm kind of interested to see it. But man, I think C's pretty wide open here. And before I give out some predictions here, I think you may have a, if you have a rant, you may want to go on. I'm gonna let you do that.
Listen, I have calmed down since I've listened to the podcast at work. Okay, so instead of like a 5 minute rant, I'll go on like a 2 minute rant. All right, and it's not even going to be a rant; it's going to be a matter of opinion and a matter of fact. Right. So with with our teams in the C division, there is, and like you said, it's probably wide open, to be honest. But there ain't one mother effing team that is running the table. Not one, not from any center, especially Chicago. Okay, you in two welds and up mentality ain't gonna work. All right, against a certain set of teams. All right, Cleveland too. Jim's 6'7" ass is not going to allow you to shoot through him. Okay, so you're going to have to be driving around him. And then me, I took it personally, and that's all I needed. So I am not moving from the hole the entire freaking game. Okay, I ain't shooting. I'm barely passing. The only time I'm getting passes with rebounds. But I'm sitting my big ass right in the middle of that damn court, and I dare any one of y'all 5'5" motherfuckers to try to shoot over me. Okay, for an entire half, entire seating, entire tournament. All right, run the table, run these balls. That shit ain't gonna happen. 80 years of experience on my damn team. Okay? When you combine Ricky and Billy together, all right, I will let Billy play Billy ball and let him shoot us in or shoot us out of any freaking game. Okay? So this is all I needed. Okay? Because I don't think any team in any division is capable of running the table. All right. You guys did it in B. You had your home center, you had the experience, you had everything going for you. And I commend you on that. You guys had a great tournament and you rightfully earned your way to being A. That is the last time, minus some random D divisions, that we've seen that shit happen. And you think it's going to happen in C, the most random ass division in all of Whirly Ball? Okay? It's not going to happen. And I'm not saying that my team is going to be the one to put you on blast. I'm not saying our other C team's going to put you on blast. I'm not saying that Michigan's going to put you on blast. But somebody is going to come out and beat the brakes off y'all motherfuckers and humble you real quick about some running the table. That shit ain't gonna happen.
I'm,
I will guarantee that will not happen. I'm gonna be 8 feet out of that car to make sure that you do not shoot over me. Period. So best of luck. However, he ain't running the motherfucking table. Okay.
I mean,
I don't
in
give, I don't give a damn.
in that team's defense, it was their coach who said they're going undefeated.
They
It
coaches
wasn't the
sauce
actual.
too. They coaches sauce too. I don't give a damn. All right. Sauce. Good
Hey
person.
man,
Terrible at predictions.
hey, I mean, he did. He literally put the pressure on him. He says if they lose a game, he's essentially like cutting them off.
Failed. Like a mission abort, mission failed, right?
Yeah, literally just cutting ties.
Hey, listen, Cleveland historically, minus your B team, has done piss poor in seeding every freaking time. And come tournament day, we turn the switch on every time. So I think it might be the same scenario, especially with our C2 guys, because like they're still figuring out a lot, what they want to do rotationally, what they want to do for defense, cherry picking, et cetera, et cetera. And I mean, to a certain point, like our team has a similar issue, but all of us can play any role that we want. Like, if you want to put me in the hole, you can put me in the hole. You want to put Eric in the hole, you can put Eric in the hole. If you want to put, Mooney in the hole, you can put Mooney in the hole. I mean, and both with cherry picking as well, everybody can operate as wings. I think that we are very diverse in the skill set, which makes us a threat. But with the C2 team, they need to help each other. Like, they don't have leaders on their team. One guy has to be a vocal leader and a court general, and I don't think they have that. Like, with our team, you can have Billy, you can have me, you can have Mooney. You're fine. That team, if Josh doesn't step up, because Josh is probably the best all-around player that they have on that team, but he still needs to work on the vocal part of that, right? So if he can be a court general, I think they have more than a fighting chance to make a run in that division. So,
hey man, we'll see. I think I'm pretty sure I'll be coaching them boys up all weekend. So we'll be ready. I'll get the boys ready, man.
you're coaching them. What the fuck you gonna do with us?
You
Exactly.
got you got
I don't need your goddamn coaching. I need your motherfucking opinion about a motherfucking thing.
You got Ant.
I got Ant. Yeah.
You got Ant. You got Ant.
Ant is the homie. Ant is the homie. So
You got Ant.
Josh asked me to have us predict a bracket buster in that division, a team that's going to be slept on that could make a serious run. So
well, let's do this.
Who's gonna bust some brackets?
So before we go with the old sleeper, let's make a prediction on the final, and then we could do that. So what is your C final?
My C team in Chicago, and I'm busting their ass.
All right, nice. I too, again here taking a look. Again, man, it's so hard. It's so hard because like it is wide open, man. Because I don't want to sleep on any. I hate not putting a Seattle team, especially in their own center, and not in the final. Seems a little foreign.
That's reserved for B and A. Okay, we don't talk about Chicago. I'm sorry, Seattle in a little bit. That's reserved for B and A. But you can go off the beaten path if you want and see.
So so again, man. So like the Seattle team, not the Seattle team, the Chicago team. It is good, man. There's a lot of good players on that team. Again, they're not going to be a pushover. So I'm going to go with a Chicago versus I think one of the Cleveland teams will make the final. So I'm going to take the cop out answer. I'm going to do a Chicago Cleveland final. So that's what I'm going to do.
You're not copping out at all.
So
it's a good prediction.
Because the other boys ready to go. Coach is coming out.
Go shit. You gotta do this. Blah, blah, blah. All you're gonna say when they go against my team is stop Billy. That's it. That's all you're gonna fucking say, and you can't. So suck it. This ain't you chasing him around. This ain't Anthony chasing him around. All right.
I'll just you know what I'll do? I'll just piss him off. I'll call a timeout and just go over there and piss him off.
No, that is your father, so you know how to get under his skin. So.
I'll just put my arm around him and be like, "Hey, you're the fourth best Ola," and I'll just walk away.
Brother, not the fourth best Ola.
Dude, it could make him play better.
It could make him play better.
It could make him play better. Maybe I'll have to use it if we're out.
Because you already know how Billy is, man. He'll turn into fucking Superman and take every fucking shot. But again, he is straight up Russell Westbrook. He will shoot your ass in a game or shoot your ass right out of the game.
It'll be fun to watch.
Who's busting the bracket? Who's the sleeper team, man? We gotta have a sleeper in there.
Yeah, man. I think I got to roll with one John Buckets. I think this John Buckets, man.
Hey, what do you think about the Johnny Buckets Award? The third best player on the third place team.
Might go to him.
How do you feel about that?
I love it.
I mean, because like I don't want it. Like, I don't want to finish in third and be in the running for it, right? So I don't even want to go like down that route, but I would be honored if I was the first ever Johnny Buckets Award a recipient. It would be something I would pride for the rest of my life. Hey, I wonder if Josh ever got that Johnny Buckets tattoo off his arm.
God, I hope not.
That bitch was on there for like a week.
I don't think anybody knows that he's coming with those.
Oh, they don't. Oh. Well, the cat's out of the bag now. Josh has some Johnny Buckets tattoos. If y'all ready to get suited up on the forearm or the forehead or inside the bicep, wherever you want some Johnny Buckets. If I had any room on my scoop hand to put a Johnny Buckets tattoo, because knowing like I'm going up for a block and all you would see is his face, that would be the shit.
Yeah, I mean, so again, all kidding aside, I think the Texas team is. I think the Texas team is pretty good here. I don't know. Again, the status with Troy. I know he's been having some some health
I think he's
issues.
officially out.
So, is he officially out? So
I think so. Yeah.
So again, man, shout out to Troy. Get better soon.
Yeah.
So again, so they'll have Allie, which hurts. I mean, no offense, that does hurt the team a little bit. But again, man, there's a lot of experience on that team, a lot of good players on that team. So again, here I'm gonna roll with Texas. I think Snowy and the other coaches, man, they'll have those guys ready to go. So
Yeah, I was going to say, at
I'll
least
roll
you
with
know they'll be
Texas.
well coached. They'll be well coached. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and there's nothing like putting pressure on John Hanson.
oh
So
Lord,
so if our teams are knocked down, I'm just watching his team from the window like this.
yes, all of that. Yeah, my fandom would go straight to that Texas team. You're totally right. You're totally right.
Yeah. If you guys get knocked out, I'm walking out there with the Texas coaches.
Hey, listen, chill. This isn't a prediction. It's a fucking spoiler. We ain't getting knocked out. All right.
Sounds good. You
Let's
gonna
move
run
on.
the table too?
No, no, no. Do you see who's on my team? One person in particular. You'll lose this game. I ain't saying his name. I ain't saying our former owner's name. But he gonna lose this game. So stop. We ain't running the fucking table. That ain't gonna happen. We losing and seeding. But let's talk about B. Who we got lined up in B, man?
Yeah, man. So in B this year, we're looking at a 7-team division. We're looking at Seattle with 4. We're looking at a Miami team. Welcome back.
I'm
Texas
excited for that. Yes. Welcome back, Miami. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm
and
pumped.
in Chicago. So again, here, man, a lot of Seattle teams. Just a lot of shit going on, man. So
Hey man, can you
um,
rattle off the roster for Miami and the Chicago B team?
yeah. So the Miami team, you're looking at Frank, Eddie, Nan, Mr. Ben Hanna,
Oh,
and Marcus had to drop, and as of today, it is Carl from Atlanta.
that's a good team, man. Oh, that's a good team. How's that
Well,
Chicago
I
team
mean,
looking?
uh, I think the Chicago team, man, the Chicago team they could win it, but I'm gonna politely say they're the most volatile team. I think in B.
Okay.
You're looking at Michael Langenfield, Andy, Walter, Dan Serlin from Michigan, and Cliff Thompson.
Okay. Okay. Another
I,
solid team. Yeah.
it's
Okay.
it's it's solid, but man, I think it's is there enough balls on the court for Andy and Walter?
That's a
You know what they almost kind of reminded me of like when Anthony and Billy would play together and they would just argue over like who is shooting and if that was a good shot or not.
oh yeah. Every miss. What the fuck are you shooting that for?
Yeah, literally every time. Again, great team. Again, a lot of again experience there. Michael Langenfield, obviously a very underrated player. He's got a good shot too, but you know, with Andy and Walter, hopefully he can find time to shoot the ball. So we'll see how it goes. With those two earning their right back up in the B, I think they have they have a chip on their shoulder, the old proverbial chip. So that'll be an interesting team, man. And then we'll get to um, the Texas team at the moment. It kind of just depends on who kind of got called up to A versus who didn't get called up to A. So they have Justin from Michigan, Roy from Michigan. Um, I believe KB is going to play B. So I believe he will be on their team as well. And then you could be looking at somebody like probably like Gary, Mr. Gary.
Yep.
And then I believe they would probably need a fifth. Again, that team has a lot of experience. That's a lot of B experience on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, do they have enough? Do they have enough firepower? I don't know. You know, Roy's got a good shot, but again, man, Roy's kind of like Billy. He's going to shoot you in, he's going to shoot you out. And again, man, it's tough to do in B. And then Seattle with the mega powers here. They got 27 B teams. Hold on, let's go find them. Like,
Minimum 27.
yeah, man. Like, goddamn, why do y'all have so many B teams? All right,
Oh, you know how home center goes, man. They're gonna load up. They're gonna load up.
right. So they're one team here. You're looking at Brandon White, Mark Mills, Phil Kennedy, Brett, and I believe Derek Carroll dropped and that turned into Mr. Nikon. I think.
Okay.
B2 is Adam Miller, Brandon Stewart, Steve Vogt, Jeff Jackson, Sean Atchison. B3 is Mr. DeWitt, Kiefer, Dustin Vaughn, Gage, and Stan. Stan. I just kicked Stan. All right. You got Devin
Stat.
Brown.
I just kicked Stat.
That's a
I love it.
B4. You got Devin Brown, Rob Vaughn, Brandy Jones, Nathan Dahl, and Chris Banlow. So again, man, a lot of B teams here. I do think again, with them playing at home, obviously everybody's skill, especially for the Seattle players, is going to go up a little bit. So I think there's there's just a lot going on. They have a lot of good teams here, but I do have a favorite out of the four, so I think
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, home court advantage always is, plus a couple stats. No matter where you go, no matter who you are, you got home court advantage. You're gonna do, exceptionally well. You're more prone to defend home court as well. You know your teams back and forth because you get to practice against them. I mean, it's my initial thought is putting a Seattle team in the final. It's just which Seattle team I would lean towards. I'm very intrigued to hear your opinion about which Seattle team I think is going to face Miami in the final because I'm taking
Well,
Miami
you're
to
going
get to the final. I'm taking the returning
to
boys. I'm taking Nan. I'm taking Eddie. I'm taking Frank. I'm taking all those boys with that experience, and they're a fun breed of whirly ball as well. And I think they're in, in I don't want to say awkward breed of Whirly Ball, but they are unique to defend, if that makes sense. So I think
Well,
they definitely have a.
Nan is never coming back to defense. Ever.
I don't want him to change. I want Nan to be Nan. I want him to stay on one side of the court, roll that motherfucking hand up that scoop, flick that wrist. That's all I want Nan to do. So yes, I need that in my life. But yeah, I think the team with Chief Kiefer and the boys, I think that's gonna be my favorite to win the whole darn thing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll with a Seattle final. I think it'll be I'm gonna take Kiefer, so Kiefer's team. So Justin DeWitt, Kiefer, Dustin, Gage, and Stan. And I think those will
Stan
be I just kicked
just
Stan.
kicked Stan.
And then I will have them in the final against colleague of the show, Steve Vogt, Jeff Jackson, Sean Atchison, Brandon Stewart, and Adam Miller. So I believe that will be the final. And then again, dark horse team. I'm gonna put the Chicago guys in there. Again, I think they're again. So I think Chicago. Again, man, a lot of potential on that Chicago team, man. A lot of people that can put ball in bucket. But again, man, it's a very volatile team. There's a lot of personality on that team, so
There's
it'll
one
be
ball, chill. There's one ball.
there's one ball, there's
There's
one ball,
one
man.
ball.
But there's a lot of man again on that team, man. There's a lot of people that can put ball in bucket. So, man, we'll see. Again, I know Sean from Chicago had mentioned, he'd even pick his Chicago team, but he mentioned, man, they got all the potential in the world to win B. So, again, man, that would be that's my dark horse for B. They are either making a deep run or they are 2-0.
There ain't no in between. It's y'all get to the finals, or y'all gonna be watching the finals real early. You might as well start packing your shit.
Yeah, yeah, it'll
That's
be
fair.
for that team. I think for that team, whoever's coaching them is I think will be key as well on kind of managing everybody and when the lows are lows, kind of pulling everybody out of that hole and keeping everybody upbeat.
That makes a ton of sense. Absolutely. Okay. It's time for A, where the Cleveland boys have one representative. Seattle has what, eight A teams, right?
Yeah,
Something like that.
they got 47. They're digging people out of the grave.
Well, you already knew that was gonna happen. You already knew that
No,
was
they
gonna
got
happen. But give
no,
me a rundown.
they got
Give me a rundown. Who are we looking at?
no. Yeah, so they got three. So we got three Seattle. So again, here for the Seattle teams, uh, we are looking at Barrett, Eric, Brad Peters, Christie, and Mr. Weber. We are looking at this Joe Tiffany guy, Carl, Ian, Jay, and Ben Bird.
It's
This other
America's
team,
favorite player, bitch.
and then this other team has some guy who shares the last name of a D player, so he can't be all that great. James, Jordan, Raphael, Brandon, and Noah. I mean, don't forget that is actually Noah's team. It's not James's team. That is Noah's team. He is the captain,
Correct.
and
Correct.
and
Correct.
everybody makes sure we make James aware that it's Noah's team.
Correct. Correct.
Correct.
1,000%. Noah Aaron's team.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Got it.
If we play them in the playoffs and they call a timeout, I'll make sure I walk over there to let them know, like, hey, whatever Noah's saying, do that.
Whoa, wait, sorry, time out, time the fuck out. Another rant that I have about fucking Noah Aaron and this motherfucking self-proclaimed fucking voice of Whirly Ball. Hey, you kiss my ass. A debate at least to be had between, myself and anybody else that's on these podcasts and streets, okay? Not doubting that Noah Aaron has one of the sweetest voices in Whirly Ball. Like, his vocabulary is deep, okay? The fact that I don't get a fucking mention all the hours of commentary that I had to do, chose to do. I loved doing it. I hope I get an opportunity to do it again this year. And especially the times I actually had to share the booth with Noah, was some of my favorite moments at last year's Nationals and the one in Cleveland as well. That was a ton of fun, but just to not be mentioned as one of the voices of Whirly Ball it hits me here. It hits me right there. And in the vocal cords a little bit, chill. And in the vocal cords. So I love Noah. He does a fantastic job behind the mic. But damn, man, can I get a little street cred? A little street cred, chill. Just a little
You
bit.
just want
You know what I'm
you just want a
saying?
little street cred. I mean,
Yeah, man, I
you're
just want a
not.
little street cred.
Everybody
You know?
does mention you're the ninth best goalie.
Can I be known for other things in these Whirly Ball streets? Chill. Other
I
other
think
than being black, other than hosting a podcast, and other than being the ninth best goalie in Whirly Ball. Okay, can I get some respect in these podcasting streets, in
I
these in
mean,
these
listen.
announcing streets?
Listen. Most a lot of great sports commentary teams were interracial. So you and Noah, I think it makes sense.
Name a better duo, right?
Right?
Name a
Ain't
better
none of the
duo,
volleyball streets.
right? Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, man, we'll talk about it at the end, but I got some other I got something else funny I need to talk about. But anyway, I'm sorry, my side tangent is over. Talk to me about the rest of this A division and let me know who's going to make some noise.
Yeah. Obviously, A here. Atlanta's back. Welcome back, Atlanta.
Yeah, man,
Again, we're looking at
ATL baby,
Brett.
another clap, another returning center. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So again, Atlanta here, we're looking at Brad Patenia, Nightmares, Beckett, and Kyle Phillips. Uh, so again, and Jacob. I didn't know if I mentioned him before, but again, Jacob is getting the call up. So welcome to A, sir. Um, again, welcome. It's a very fun division to be playing in. It's very different, and you'll see that. So welcome, enjoy the experience. Again, the Atlanta guys, they'll play great. Even obviously Beckett and Batenya try to get out as much as they can to play, and they at the Michigan mini practice they played well. I know
Beckett
Kyle.
is so goddamn good.
Hey man, he played
Jesus, that
well.
man is good.
Hey, he played well. He played well with us when we played in that unlimited game. So,
Mm-hmm.
so again, we got that. Obviously, we got the new team in town. We got the Chicago guys who should not be taken lightly. Again, we
Mm-hmm.
got Bill, we got Dead, George, Matty Ice, and Sean. So welcome to A. Again, I know being the new A team on the block, it was a very fun and cool experience. You're going to learn some things that you could get away with in B that you sure as hell can't get away with in A.
Like
So again,
shooting two welds and up, something like that. Maybe I have to shoot 3 weld screenshots in order to fucking win, huh? Good luck shooting over Jared and Patrick, motherfuckers. Good luck. Good luck.
hey, he said it. I didn't. I'm just here. I think.
Sorry. So I didn't mean to put your team in particular on blast, but
No,
at the same time, I know how much of a pain in the ass it is to shoot over Jarrett and you and fucking Anthony and Brad. That shit sucks. Okay? I can only imagine. I can't get to 2 welds, let alone shoot 3.5. I saw Jarrett block Billy from half court. Half court, Joey. He was in the key. And he blocked Billy from damn near half court.
I was. I watched that. I was
It
like,
was
oh, that's cool.
unreal. Unreal.
I was.
Anyway, I digress.
It was something cool. But I think Chicago's going to play well. I think they're going to play well. We're not taking them lightly in the slightest. So
No,
they'll
no,
get
of
they'll
course
get
not.
our best shot. So again, man, those guys put in the work. They're going to play well. Just cherish the experience. Um, if you get blown out, who cares? It happens. So again, man, A's a good time. So welcome. Uh, we got the Texas team, which, unfortunately for Texas, not bringing the best team that they can bring. Still bringing some hitters though. Again, we got Doc, we got Mario, Snowy, and then what I would assume is probably going to be Greg and
Yeah,
probably Zach Montgomery. Is probably
yeah.
my guess.
Hmm.
Again, man, all those guys are fully capable. Again, all experience. It'll be Greg's like second year in A. So again, he looked a little timid last year, but I don't know how much of that, was playing with Flores. So again, here, Texas, not bringing the best five that they can, but man, again, still a tough team, not to be meant to be taken lightly. And then again here, again, Michigan, we're looking at, one team is Sam, Timmy, Clint, Driscoll, and David Bernard. The other team, we're looking at Doug, Austin, Kalen, Johnner, and Ben. Again, two really solid teams. I think a little bit kind of two different teams, truthfully, in the dynamics. So, um, played against both teams, when we had that practice. So, it'll be interesting, man. To see what they're going to do. Obviously, a lot of the team's biggest hurdle is going to be those cars. How can Michigan adjust to the cars and in Atlanta and Chicago and all of these guys adjusting to the cars again. For us, it won't. Again, Seattle obviously will have the biggest driving advantage no matter what. For us, it won't be that big of a change up. Obviously different, but again, for us, man, having Patrick kind of can kind of hide some things and make things go faster. And he can give us a little, insider information on what to do and not to do in those cars. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun for sure. But man, again, man, A's packed with talent like it always is. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, to my previous point, and like I mentioned, I love everybody, in this community as people, and it's never or rarely any disrespect meant to any other teams that I talk about, because I try and talk shit about every damn team that I have an opportunity to do so. So, I wish nothing but the best for those Chicago guys and the Texas guys who, like you said, are not bringing quote unquote their best guys, but I think everybody has the capability of playing extremely well. And come tournament day, those lights cut on, and it's a completely different beast. It's a completely different animal come tournament day. The longer games, the intensity kicks up. Every shot matters, every block matters, every loose ball matters. I think that what seems like a disadvantage on paper could not necessarily translate to tournament day. So, who's to say Chicago can't make a run? Who's to say Texas can't make a run? Who's to say any team that's in any division for that matter can't make a run? So, I think that, like, to your point, it's some things you could have got away with in different divisions that you probably can't get away with in other divisions. And I think that they have, Chicago specifically has practiced that. I mean, whatever their game is that was conducive in winning, the last division might not translate. And they probably know that. So improving their game throughout the year will probably show on the court when we get out there, come nationals time. So, and with Texas, it's a shame because 90% of my favorite players in Texas aren't coming. I mean, Brad and Bolte and those Flores. Like I don't know what to do without my Texas boys. You know what I'm saying? Like those are my people. But I wish them all the best with their families and
I mean, the most important Texas guy is coming.
the most important Texas guy is.
Come on. Do I even got to say? Do I even got to say his name?
Come on, man. Say his name and he appears. Come on.
It would be hilarious. He just popped up.
Right.
I mean, come
What y'all
on.
say? Whirly
With
ball?
with with John Buckets.
I get it. I get it. Is John Buckets playing A?
they should move him up. I'll
They
make the
should move him
pitch
up.
now.
They should move him up. Yep, I
Move
agree.
him up.
I
Move
think
him
he's
up.
earned it. I think he's
Yeah.
earned it.
I mean, the name alone
Right.
screams
That
A player.
screams A. It screams A, doesn't
Yeah.
it? It screams A.
Yeah.
But having said that, predictions, Chili. Who we got? Who's the bracket buster? Who's making the finals? Who's taking it all?
All right. I will just. So I got two predictions. I'll just go with the homer pick in me. It says I think it'll be our team against Joe Tiffany's team in the final.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Talk to me. Talk to me.
So again, I do like our team. I mean, we've played well. Again, man, Patrick. I think Patrick's gonna give us a lot more than what people think. So again, I'm excited for that. If I'm taking us out of the equation, I'm gonna go with a team that nobody's mentioned in the
Say it.
streets.
Say it.
I
Say it.
I kind of like the second Michigan team
Yeah.
with Johnner.
Yeah. That's it. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I would still have them against Joe Tiffany because until Joe Tiffany gets knocked out of an A final, and he's like Patrick Mahomes. We'll just put him in the Super Bowl already.
No. The real Patrick
no,
Mahomes, who has won A 3 straight years?
Raphael.
What team is Raphael on?
Noah's.
I'm taking Noah's team because Raphael's on it. That motherfucker is always in the damn A finals, and he's won 3 straight years. No matter where you put Raphael, they're going to the finals. So I'm taking Raphael's team.
Raphael has to do. Raphael has to do it without Joe.
It's all right. I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about double shooter sleeve. I ain't worried about that. Raphael's going to the finals, son. Deal with it, son. Deal with it. And yes, I'm taking Johnner's Michigan team to go against that Seattle team. That's my bold prediction.
Yeah.
That's my bold.
I mean, everybody is going to take the nicer looking dish with Sam and Timmy. I want the boy. I want my 2010 brethren. Give me some Dougie. Give me some Johnner. Let's roll with it. Give me the Willises.
Yeah, give me my family. Give me my cousins. Yeah. Going to the damn finals, baby. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm going to be biased as on that damn commentary. Believe that. All right? If my family's in there, I'm rooting for them. Okay? And my sleeper pick, of course, is my homer pick. I got to take y'all boys. I think y'all can bust up a bracket real nice. I'm not saying y'all are slept on because y'all are a known commodity in these streets. Y'all almost gave James Gill his first ever 2-and-out last year in the run of the playoffs. So, I mean, man, hey, one of the greatest Whirly Ball games ever played, okay? Y'all was involved. So, I'm taking y'all to bust brackets and at least get to the third place. At least. Minimum. And I'm not saying y'all got to. Y'all, no, fuck that. Y'all got to run the table. Y'all go run the table.
Only one team. There's only one team running the table.
Run the fucking table.
Chicago Sea.
Fucking crazy. Let's talk about it briefly, Chill.
Hold
on. Go
ahead.
Finish your thought.
If I got to pick a sleeper team, if I got to pick a sleeper team, I can't pick the Seattle teams because they'll still be really good.
Well, duh.
You know what? Give me Atlanta. Give me Atlanta.
That's such a good team, dude. That is such a good team.
Give me Atlanta. If not us, man, go Atlanta.
Atlanta's a good team, man. That's a good team.
For Atlanta, obviously all the talent. getting Jacob up to speed will be key. But man, like he's a good team player, so
God,
give
this is
me
a good
Atlanta.
team.
Give me
This is a
Atlanta.
good freaking team. Holy shit. Um, let's talk about it briefly. Unlimited.
Seattle in two.
Uh, yeah, yeah,
I
and
mean,
it's no
I mean,
disrespect to Michigan. It really isn't. I
no.
know that we've been clamoring for a format change for years, and eventually I think that will happen. But as long as it's formatted to these two teams going at it, it's Seattle in two.
I would throw out the. I mean, like obviously, we did beat the Michigan team um, on their home court, couple, last month. I would love to run that team on Unlimited. I know some people. Obviously, it would be a mixed team. I know some people wouldn't really be happy about it. Um, but like, I know like people are saying like we only have four Cleveland guys, so we couldn't play Unlimited. But I mean, at this point, I think the change would be good. So I don't know if us or the Atlanta guys or something, but I think we should get a third team in there. Um, that's just kind of my pitch here, and we'll see, again, schedule allowing and stuff like that. But, can Michigan come out and get hot with, Sammy and Timmy and them? They
Oh
absolutely
yeah,
could.
without question, without
Um,
question.
but man,
Yeah.
you're trying to beat, the who Seattle voted their five best players on their home court. Good luck, man. That'd be a tall task for anybody.
Oh yeah, yeah, without question. I mean, like at some point, I would like to see, like I proposed last year, like the Mortal Kombat style. Like your center's five
I
best, and
I
they
think
should.
that's coming.
Yeah, and I mean, it should be optional. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if like Minnesota's five best don't want to go against Seattle's five best, then they can bow out. And that's just an example. I'm not saying Minnesota is sauce, but at the same time, do you want to get clapped up by these guys? I mean, it's extra court time, it's extra experience. Will you get clapped up? Absolutely. But it's an experience that you can't get anywhere else. That's the thing. So, like, our invites are great when we mix up teams. It's a rare opportunity to play with guys from other centers, guys and girls, I should say, from other centers. It's an awesome time, being able to intermingle with other players. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the funnest memories I have of Whirly Ball are invites, because and those practices in Michigan where I get to play with Austin and Kalen and all those guys, like that's fun for me. And that's genuine experience. You don't get that from, get not going out there and getting your shit pushed in. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you're just gonna get your shit pushed in. And that's it. But you learn from it. And it's a great humbling experience. So I think like, not saying that like it has to be like, oh, unlimited, the best of the best of the best, but it's like if your center has five good players, which every center does, let them fucking go at it, man, and then see what happens. You know?
Yeah, I mean, even e- obviously when we got to play again against Michigan, we played a legit 30-minute game. Um, and even that, like, it even felt like just a different intensity level, out there. Even just kind of giving them because obviously they wanted to practice too. Um, in that game, you learned a lot about what you can do and you can't do, even from like an A level. So, yes, we did win, and, obviously, we could run that game back, and we may never beat them again. I don't know, but, we did win. So, for somebody like me, like I literally said when I walked off the court, I'm like, I could go home. I literally could have drove home that night. I'm like, I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all in Seattle. Like that
It's
was,
the experience. It's the experience,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like you
It
don't
was a
get that anywhere
different,
else.
yeah, it was a different feeling. So, um, would it be cool to play in if they allowed us to play in it? Yes, but again, we'll see. We'll see what they say. Either because again, although we have Patrick, Patrick's team Cleveland, so you might, just let our A team play in it.
C Town. bitch. Um, so now that we talked about some tournament stuff, let's talk about some fun stuff. I have a hypothetical for you.
All right.
If you had to move and play for another center, life job comes up, something like that, because we've seen, Jeremy, who's been a long time Michigan guy, he's going to be a Chicago guy now, something like that. If you had a dream center that you could move to, who would you play with? You can't represent
Um.
Cleveland anymore. You're out of here. You're gone. Who are you playing with?
Oh yeah. I'm probably gonna go play for Seattle.
Why?
That's probably for me personally. Already play like them. Already learned from Tom. Um, again, we play pretty similar to them, so I don't think it's a hard fit. Plus, they're a literal factory of talent, so they very rarely go through a drought. If you look at some of these other centers, what are they doing talent wise? Chicago is building. Building up their player pool, which is good for them. We're slowly trying to build up our player pool. Texas, Michigan, I think, is in a little bit of an influx of talent versus what they got coming up. Um, Texas, again, man, a lot of those guys they do life, they're and stuff like that, and stuff like that. So for me, Seattle, uh, I mean, in terms of this, number one, I could legitimately move out to Seattle for my job. Number two, the city itself, I do like it there, and there is a lot of all the other extra shit that I do outside of volleyball. There's a lot of that there, and like high competition level. So, but
Sure.
yeah, no, Seattle for me, just from a whirly ball playing fit, makes the most sense. And again, you're learning from. Look at all the experience you're learning from. Not to say that the other centers don't offer it, but you have guys that have done nothing but win there. James, Joe, Barrett. You got a
Raphael.
lot of these other Christy, Carl. Again, just to mention, I'm sure I'm missing a few, but um, again, just the talent that comes out of that place, and again, play most similar to them, so I don't think it would be that hard of an adjustment for me to play with them.
That's a good response. I like that. I like that. I wonder how other players would feel, if they were proposed that question as well. I mean, obviously, I would go to
Where are you
Texas.
playing?
Texas, Texas, without question, without question. I would play with Texas. Those are Texas or
You don't
Michigan.
you don't want to go. You don't want to go. You don't want to go play with your cousins in Michigan.
I said or Michigan. I would play with my family every fucking day of the week. Austin is one of my favorite players to play against and with. So he's fucking fiery, he's electric, and he's funny as shit. So I mean, it's a pleasure to get to experience that. But like you said, from experience, experience wise, Michigan's got it, and then Texas wise, like I said, they play a more fit to my game. You know what I'm saying? Well rounded, big boys on defense, and they shoot from their forehead just like me. So it works, it fits. So yeah, I would love to play with the Texas guys. I proposed it last year, even though he's not coming this year, but I would play on any team with Chris Flores any day of the damn week. I don't care if I got my shit pushed in. I know it would be fun for me. It would be fun for me. So, anywho, any closing thoughts on 2025 Nationals? We'll probably try to get another podcast in, before we take off. I am moving currently, so my walls are bare. Everything's in boxes. So I'll be at a new location soon. But as soon as I set up next week at my new location, I'll try to get one in. Again, if anybody wants to be a guest on the show, more than happy to send me a message. We'll get you on and talk some pre-nationals thoughts. And then obviously we'll be back right after nationals to recap everything we went through and kind of see how our predictions held up and kind of go from there. So closing thoughts on 2025 Warley Ball Nationals in Seattle.
It's going to be fun. Obviously, the only pitfall to Seattle is we'll be breathing on top of each other, which kind of sucks. But
Yep.
again, I do enjoy the center. Again, carts, courts, okay with me. It is one of my favorite places to play at. Again, I think there'll be some good Whirly ball played. Again, D is always the most exciting division. I think C is the most open. I think B, again, we got a lot of good stories in B, and
Mm-hmm.
then A is A, man. So again, it should be really fun. I'm excited. A couple more weeks here and get the hell out of this state. So
Yep,
I'm
just
ready.
a little reprieve, from old Ohio, a little reprieve.
Yeah, it's literally been raining here for the past 800 days. So
Right, bro. But I mean, it
dude,
rains all the time in Seattle, like literally all the time. So what the fuck?
it does every time we're there. It never rains.
Don't
Never.
jinx it now.
I'm jinxing it.
Don't jinx it now. Got a
Oh, that's
Mariners game to catch, man.
the
Gotta go
old
see the Mariners
Mariners.
play. All
They
I hope
represent.
is that, yeah, nice hat, nice hat. All I hope is that the shirt designs are better than this one. This has
What do
to
you thought?
be that's the worst shirt design in history.
You don't like the PlayStation controller shirt?
It's the worst design in Whirly Ball history. The
Oh,
worst
it's
shirt
probably
we've
up
ever
there.
received.
It's probably up there. We could probably do a whole podcast on that.
I have every national shirt that I've attended since my first year at nationals. So, and it's
Do
still
you remember
still
the?
in my drawer.
Remember they? Do you remember the 2011 Michigan shirt? It was just a green shirt with the Whirly Ball logo and the Michigan name and number. It was fucking horrendous.
I think I have that somewhere.
It was a terrible shirt. Their 2015
I
shirt.
have it. Yeah, I have it. I have it. It's got a bunch of paint on it because I used it to paint because it
As you,
was
I
my
would,
worst shirt.
dude, that shirt was fucking horrendous.
Yeah, that was a terrible one. Holy
Horrendous.
shit. Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think
this was bad,
again,
dude.
I'm not a PlayStation guy, so I'm not hating on PlayStation, but it does look like the design was a little bit weak.
Oh, where's that? There it is. Hold on. Here we go. Here you go. You mean looks like this?
Yep. All you gotta do if
It's
you
looking like
literally
this?
just write yeah, if you literally just write game on your controller,
Yeah.
you pretty much have the shirt.
Yeah, instead of Sony, it says game on right there. Yep,
Yeah, game on.
this was shit. This was shit. So I had to represent since we're going back to Chicago. Or to Seattle, excuse me.
I like my
Listen,
Chicago. The Chicago shirt was cool.
yeah, I dug that one. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was cool.
Before we get out of here, chill, we got a debate to settle.
We do.
We got one gorilla versus 100 whirly ballers. We came up with a strategy
Yeah, we did.
before we recorded this one.
Sorry, Texas.
Yeah, we came up with a strat. So the strat is all the big boys. They're going in first to wear out the gorilla. So
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, Texas.
Yeah, sorry, Texas. Yeah, again here. We'll take some people that aren't playing. So again, we'll take Carter, Bolte, Doc, well, shit, little Dave. You guys are just
You're fodder.
yep, yeah.
You're fodder.
Greg.
Yep, you're going in first. You're going in first. From
Again,
Cleveland, Eric is going. Ty is going.
Eric's going. Yep, Ty's going.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, boys.
Sorry.
You guys are.
Josh from like 2 years ago, he would be going.
Oh yeah, Fat Josh.
Yeah,
He
Fat
would
Josh.
definitely be going.
Yeah.
Fat Josh would definitely be going. I mean, I think we should still send him now because it is Josh. He probably tried to talk to the grill. He'd be like, "Hey, I got a banana." He's probably trying to make jokes.
Hit him with the
Try.
talk. Hit him with the talk no jutsu. Just like, listen, man, you don't want to kill the rest of the Whirly Ballers off, man. You know,
Nah,
yeah,
man, he
telling
would have that.
jokes.
Remember, what he brings to practice, that stupid train horn or whatever he blows
Yeah,
into.
yeah. That'll be a good one.
Yeah,
So then we said then the next wave is the tweeners. The tweeners.
yeah,
So
the
you
tweener.
and Anthony,
Noah,
Noah.
Noah, yep, Noah. Honestly, at this point, I don't know where you want to put. Well, I think we'll take Barrett. I think Barrett's getting a little chunky. Come on. I
So
mean,
yeah,
we could put Barrett. We could put Barrett in the next line.
so
Women and
the
children.
after the tweeners.
Yeah, after the tweeners. Women and children, and Eric. You guys are safe.
Yep, they're excluded. Right,
Yep.
right. Women and children are safe. So Sean
And
Morad,
and and
don't worry about it.
Eric LaPlante.
No. Because we have to have another wave of fodder. Okay, because I'm thinking like the big boys go first, get killed off, then our tweeners go, and then the rest of the fodder. So like LaPlante, Slim, fucking Jarrett's going. All right, because he ain't putting up a goddamn fight against the fucking gorilla. You can forget that.
Brad Patenia, Kyle.
He's gone. Kyle's gone. John Weber's gone. Dog's gone.
You think Beckett could fight?
Yeah.
He's scrappy.
Yeah, I think Beckett could strap. I think Beckett could strap for sure.
So I mean, again, then we're looking at like a Joe Tiffany or Barrett.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I forgot to James. You're on the front line. Unless we're giving the Hall of Fame a pass.
I think we decided we're giving the Hall of Famers a pass. I think we decided.
So James, Carl, Sam.
He will honor the fallen.
Okay, let's be real. The only Hall of Famer not getting the pass is Clint. Clint, you're fodder.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Clint's fucking fodder.
Yeah. Sorry, Clint.
Doug is a tweener. He's going. Fuck. Nope.
Snowy.
Yeah. Nope. Fucking fodder, man. Fucking fodder. Sorry. I think 97% of the Chicago guys, they're fucking fodder. Regardless of where you want to put them. Where you want to put them on the lines, they're fodder.
Walter could maybe sneak into that women and children line.
I mean, yeah. You're right. You're totally right. But we've determined that like the actual Whirly Ball athletes, like the ones that are in shape and muscular and whatever, we're going in the fucking back. We're finishing the fucking job. Okay, that's our hope. If they can make it, if the gorilla can make it past Josh and talking him out of fighting us, I think the people in the back will be all right. Okay, so we got your football players. We got Kalen, all right, myself, fucking Patrick Bruce, right? Like we got to put the
we're bust Wall's fighting. He doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, I mean you got to put the monsters in the back. Oh God. Oh Steve. Oh, you're fodder. Oh Steve. Poor Steve. Oh God. He's getting killed off with Jarrett. Like right, probably back to back. That's a rough one.
Jarrett would literally get ripped in half.
Yeah, that'll be a quick one. Like I said, our only real X factor is Josh. If Josh can talk the gorilla out of it, it could stop at like Whirly Baller number 33. So I think we'll be okay. But by the time they hit like 90, you know what I'm saying? When you get like the rest of the athletes in there, I think we'll be okay.
I mean, Ricky gets a pass, but do you think Ricky could out Taekwondo the gorilla?
Nah, Ricky's fucking on a fucking defibrillator, isn't he? He's dead.
He gets the Hall of Fame pass.
He gets the Hall of Fame pass, but I ain't putting Ricky out there. Ricky's fucking.
His son's dead. His son's dead.
He's dead. Oh, women and children are gone. Sean is under 18.
Oh, women and children.
He is under 18. He doesn't count. Okay?
I
Can't
think
do it.
I think we send them. Fuck them.
Full send.
Fodder.
I guess the real question after like we have our lineup and this gorilla somehow gets through 199, 1 through 99. Who is man 100 that's gonna take it home, Chill? Who is defeating this goddamn gorilla? Who
I
is
don't think
man
it.
100?
Who is man 100? It's
After the hour and a half mark of this podcast, we need to know who is man 100. I gotta know.
man. It's probably
Gotta
gotta be
know.
some. I don't think it's anybody current.
Mm.
I don't think it's anybody current. I think it's probably one of the former like Seattle legends. Probably. I mean, they've had some. I mean, I've never met Mike Wall's dad, but I assume he's probably a big fella, right? I think his name's Larry.
I was gonna say Mike Wall himself is man 100
Yeah, yeah, we can put Wall there.
because you know who man 99 is. Fucking Johnny O. Put Johnny's big ass at 99 right before Mike Wall. And if Mike Wall can't finish the job, we're all fucked. Sorry.
I mean, listen, if we go, so we can make Mike Wall. Mike Wall could be 100. Now, can I get like the 20-year-old version of Johnny O? Because I'm not saying he would have been weak, this may have been a needle, but
we can go historical. The historical version of the
you
player.
you give me the 20-year-old, the 30-year-old version of Johnny O. He's twice the size that he is now.
Okay. All right.
Um,
So you're saying the Whirly Ballers could win? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, so before Johnny, I mean, don't forget, man. Can we get one Billy Tigger in there? He ain't a small
dude. Good call. Good call. Good call. Good call.
I think Patrick has to be towards the back of the bus as well. Patrick got to be in the 90s.
You got to be in the 90s. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Patrick. Sure. Patrick's in the 90s.
Yeah.
As much as I like Arkell, I think Arkell is just too skinny.
I mean, you got to put in some X factors, though. Like, because we got a lot of stoners.
You could sell them.
Yeah, we got a lot of stoners and you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stoners in Whirly Ball. So we can get the gorilla high a little bit, throw him off his game. I don't know. Might open up the door, for some success. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of throw that out there.
Yeah, man. I think the gorilla still wins. I think the gorilla punches us out.
I don't think the gorilla's making it past 20, man. Because as soon as Josh gets out there, the gorilla's gonna fucking jump off something. Just commit Sudoku. You know what I'm saying? It's over. It's over. Self-sacrifice. This will be done. Done.
Maybe.
Put your comment. Can we resurrect cracked out Coily?
Brother.
Can we resurrect cracked out Coily?
Dude. Hey man, you want some of this? You need to order enough food.
Have some.
Yeah,
You gotta have some.
You take the gorilla out to eat. Be like, hey man. Unrelated note, if you never had dinner with Jeff Coyle, just know he ordered the whole menu, and you didn't need to pay for anything because he was going to give you all of it.
Yep.
Well,
just sit
there. I'll never forget that
because you're going to have some. Have some.
And then instead of paying the bill, he leaves and sticks at the table.
Yep.
Remember when he left? I got to go meet my friend. Bye.
Never came back. Gone. Ghosted. Oh man! Before we wrap it up, Chill, because this has been fun. What's your favorite Seattle memory so far? What's your favorite Seattle memory?
Oh, the favorite Seattle memory? That's easy. That's easy. That's from 2014. Although that was the worst year definitely has the biggest highlight.
Go on.
That's Drunk Roy.
Drunk Roy was peak trip. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, that was the
And
only
putting
highlight from
Doug
that
on
year.
blast was
Oh
the
my
best.
oh my god, dude, he talks so much shit about Doug. Be like,
Yes.
we'd be fucking winning if you were making shots, just. Then he'd be like, remember, he'd be like, "Red team sucks,
That team sucks.
sucks."
He was so fucking drunk. No one wanted to sit with him at a table.
Yeah, I got stuck with him. Me, Anthony, and Justin. Luckily, he passed the fuck out. We went.
At the fucking restaurant.
We had no business being in that fancy of a restaurant because we all fucking walked there from the hotel.
Yep.
We had no business being there, and you all took the big table to our left. There was like 14 of you, and then at this little small table was me, Anthony, Justin, and Drunk Roy. Drunk Roy passes out, and the waitress was about to wake him up, and us three said, "No,
No, no, no.
I just
Don't do
remember
that.
when we left because we got out of there early before you guys. I remember me, Anthony, and Justin were walking out the door, and we just see Roy scooting his chair backwards at about 90 miles an hour across the restaurant. I was like, I don't even want to know what that was. And then I remember, I think you were like towards the front, so you were able to pay early, and you're just like running to catch up to us. So they're like, it's getting rough in there.
Yep. Yep. That was a good time. My
And
favorite
that,
memory, of course, is the walk home. To walk to the hotel.
oh, Howard.
Austin! Austin! Austin, put your hood down! Austin! All black guys don't look alike. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
You shell shocked that man.
He was shook. He was so shook.
That's when we found out Howard was a racist.
That's
Nicest
what
guy.
we all knew.
It's always the nice ones.
Yep.
Hmm.
You think you know a guy.
You think you know him.
You
And
think you
boom.
fucking know a guy.
Closet racist, Howard Davis.
Howard freaking Davis, man. I'm glad that guy don't come around no more.
I'm, I'm,
Oh, shit.
I remember.
Oh, God.
Do you remember the one practice that we had? Him and Junior played on the same team, and I remember Clint coming up to me saying, "Hey, this will be the only team that Howard's not the oldest guy on."
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Freaking hilarious.
I
Oh, my
remember
gosh.
we were telling Howard, I'm like, "Hey, man, you're young blood on the team with Junior."
Young blood.
Young blood.
Young blood.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
dude. Oh, my God.
How?
All right, man.
Hold on. If Howard, if you so
Good.
happen to ever watch this, come back to the game.
Come back
We
to the
miss you.
game.
We miss you.
We do, man. We
Come
do.
back.
Austin
Even
and
if
I
you- even
still
if
look
you-
the exact same. You'll still
Yeah.
confuse us.
Yeah.
And
But
it'll be a good
come
time.
back. We all miss you. Howard was a fantastic ambassador to the game of Warley Ball.
Truly.
So come on back.
Come on back, man. You and Unc. Come on back.
Yeah, man.
Come
We
on.
need man. My Uncle Carlton.
Yeah,
I
man.
think he's.
Need Unc.
I feel like Unc's gonna be back in these streets soon. We'll see. I
Hope
miss my
so.
uncle.
Hope
I
so,
miss
man. That's everybody's uncle.
Nah, man. That's my uncle. I lay claim. Fucking fight you.
I lay clay.
That's my uncle. That's Uncle Carlton.
That's fair. All right, man. It's been a good time. Here's to making some more new memories, fun memories in Seattle. Good luck to everybody that's participating in the Whirly Ball tournament. Good luck to the people, or not good luck, but shout out to the people that are going to be watching during Justin DeWitt's live stream. He's handling all the equipment this year for the interpersonal interaction between the game and the people that are unable to attend. If again you want to be on the podcast before we head out to Seattle, we're going to try to do one more before we get out to nationals. Please shoot me a message, leave a comment, make sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcasting site, wherever that may be, Spotify, iTunes. We're on the YouTube street, so this will be on my YouTube channel if you want to see the video version and this hideous shirt. Other than that, man, good luck to everybody in attendance. I've been your host, Sully Ali Shaheed, the 9th best goalie in Whirly Ball. That's been my boy Chill. And
Let 'em know.
fuck Chicago. We're out this bitch. Peace.